Cannabis, weed, pot, marijuana. Whatever you like to call this medical and recreational herb, it's here to stay and in a big way. Trouble is, after decades of being a banned substance, it's hard not to associate cannabis to either a lazy hippie or a terrifying drug dealer. The issue all cannabis brands are running into while looking to build awareness and loyalty is pretty clear. The tools that consumer branded organizations typically rely on don't work in this environment. Regulatory guidelines have clamped down on some of the most obvious means of brand differentiation, advertising, promotions, etc., enacting a filter between end consumers and the brands that are vying for their loyalty. The likelihood of a dominant brand emerging in the market, like say Emulsion or Du Maurier, is inevitable. Currently, the emergence of dominant brands has been primarily centered around non-flower products, concentrates, vapes, edibles, and other ingestibles in particular. We had a chance to sit down with Alice Greenberg, lead strategist at Anomaly, and hear her thoughts on the matter.
Yeah, so I think it's quite likely as the market evolves that a dominant brand will emerge. I think there's going to be some super brands of brands coming together. We've seen some of that already to an extent, and especially in the US market as well. So I think, again, with the financial interest vested in this industry, it's quite likely that a lot of dominant brands will come together, as we've seen in the edibles market, in the drinking market. There's a lot of interest in that already and a lot of money being put behind it, so I would not be surprised if there are a lot of them coming out. I mean, you already have Aurora, who's dominating the market currently. You have Afria, who's obviously doing a lot of stuff in the space as well. So a lot of things are happening behind the scenes, and as the market matures, it's only natural for that to evolve.
Then there is the issue small local brands may play when it comes to segmentation. This is what Alice had to say.
So I think smaller brands to an extent are doing a really good job of building community if you look in the States where the market is a little bit more mature. Right now in Canada, the community building has been extremely limited because of the limitations and the regulations on what brands can say, how they can build community, how they can market, that kind of stuff. So I know some brands have been attempting to build community, but things like events, things like promoting lifestyle, things like appealing to audiences are explicitly not allowed. So it's been quite difficult. But I think just like any brand, if you look at alcohol, if you look less so at tobacco because of the marketing regulations, but any lifestyle brand that is a little bit smaller has been more successful, I would say, in building a niche community and building that engagement. So it'll be a challenge on the bigger brands to kind of catch up to that.
The cannabis marketplace is still fragmented, but already some strong brands are emerging. Think about brands like Mercedes. What word or phrase do you think of when you think of Mercedes? Now compare that to the cannabis industry. What word or phrase do you think of when you think of tweed or cafe? In a market where there are over 100 licensed producers and hundreds of cannabis brands, carving out individual recognition without using conventional branding is undoubtedly a challenge.